All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Hey, Shalom. They out here again to prophesy against this wicked kingdom. Salakia, Babylon the Great. You know, it, and the destruction can't come sooner enough, or it's come soon enough. And you have, hey, this year started off great. You know, it started off with, you know, shootings and mass killings, and now that not even a second week into it, hey, there's a one part of the country freezing, the other part on fire. You know, massive sewage line break over in the Bronx happened the other day. You know, you have terrible things going on all around the country, all around the world. And these are just signs that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is visiting the earth. And Yahweh, who the world inwardly calls God, and Bahashem, meaning in the name of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. So you people, by the end of all this destruction, wreckage, chaos, you're going to know the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Because, hey, this is who's coming. You know, before Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai comes, you know, he sent out his prophets, his heralds, you know, proclaiming his name, letting you know who's doing this. And forgive me, I'm a little bit under the weather, you know, recovering from this, and I didn't realize my voice was going to be this weird sounding. Well, it sounds weird in my head. I'm not sure how it's going to sound in the camera. I'm pretty sure it might just sound normal. But this is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So the prophets that have been before, the prophets of old time, has been the same since the beginning. The prophets have always been around. They weren't always known as prophets, but before they were known as seers. These were visionaries. You know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, gave them visions. And these visions that are in the scriptures, hey, they were given to the prophets and had men write them down. So, and these different prophecies, which means to say before, are against many kingdoms. These kingdoms right now. And who's in rulership right now? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Says the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Then we're back in these times to prophesy these same things. We're prophesying that war is coming, whether it be a civil war is coming. Other nations are coming to invade. Ultimately, the other nations are going to shoot their ICBMs on this wicked country. Evil. This country is being visited by many evils, whether it be being invaded by other nations, whether it be, you know, through famines, through disease, through fires, through ice, through many different things. Hey, the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is the Lord of armies. You know, the Lord of Sabaoth, which means armies. He has a whole arsenal. And he's going to unleash he has things that we haven't even seen on the earth that he's going to unleash. So, hey, all these things are coming. And you're being visited now. So let me see here. This is First Samuel chapter 9 and verse 9. before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer. And that seer, that word for seer, let's look at that. It's 87200, Ra'ah, which means to see, literally. To look, to perceive, to consider. Those that have vision. Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai would give certain men visions. He wouldn't give to everybody. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. So in the old times, they were called seers. They were visionaries. And we could see, through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, what's getting ready to take place. The destruction that's getting ready to take place. We can see these things happening through the scriptures. This wasn't given to us on our own account. This was given to us through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So again, 1 Samuel chapter 9 and verse 9, before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the Most High, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer, for he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. So in the old times, this is what it was. These were visionaries. And the same things today. You got to visualize this truth. You got to be able to envision these things that are getting ready to take place. You got to be able to envision the fiery destruction that's getting ready to take place. Let me see here. Joel, this is the Joel 3. Oh no, am I checking that? You have to be able to envision this coming. This is Joel chapter 2. And I might get it in a different translation that I have right here, but I'll read in the KJV first. Whatever the Spirit allows. So this is Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Blow ye the trumpet, there it goes. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. So this day is coming, and the trumpet is being blown in Zion. And Zion is in Israel, wherever we've been scattered to. You have men of the Lord, men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in every city, wherever Israel has been scattered. Israel has been scattered into every nation. Part of the curses. Slack-it. This is, matter of fact, let me start at verse 15. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So these laws, statutes, and commandments, all these were given to the Israelites. Only to the Israelites. If we didn't obey them, if we didn't obey Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the price for that, it would be these curses. So let's look at this real quick. I'm going to come back to this. Let's get Psalms 147 and 19. This is Psalms 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, he showed his word, his laws, statutes, commandments, all this love unto Israel. Verse 20. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So the other nations, they weren't given these laws, statutes, and commandments. They weren't given this responsibility. They weren't given these, the blessings nor the curses. Only Israel was given this responsibility, these blessings, and these curses. Whereas now, the tides are turning. Now we were under all these curses, and the curses are going to go on to our enemies, because this is the last kingdom. But the point being, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai hasn't dealt with these nations like that. He hasn't dealt with the nations the same way that he's dealing with Israel. So back to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So all these curses, all the curses from Deuteronomy 28:15 on down, they're going to overtake you. Let's look at that word overtake. This is H5381, Nashag, or Nashaga. It says to reach, to overtake, to take hold upon, to reach, attain. And let's see. Let's just look up the. Just look up the etymology real quick. This is overtake from the Edom Online. Says to come up, to catch up with, to catch in pursuit. Originally, the running down and catching of a fugitive or a beast of chase. To take by surprise, come on unexpectedly. Oof, man. So these curses, these are the curses. I'll go through that again. This is over and overtake. The running down. These curses are gonna run you down. Meaning that they're gonna overpass you. They're gonna when you run down somebody, you basically you overpower them, you driving them to the ground. The catching of a fugitive. We break the law. You're a lawbreaker, you're a fugitive. Who's the biggest lawbreaker here though? You got the Israelites, we broke the Heavenly Father's law. Yeah, we gotta pay for that. But we're given forgiveness through the blood of Yahushai, through his death and resurrection, through his blood. And that's only for the Israelites. But the true fugitive in the earth, that's Esau, Edom. Going all the way back to Cain. It says the running down and catching of a fugitive or beast of chase. And it says to take by surprise. These curses will take you by surprise. When you're unaware, come upon unexpectedly, and you'll be having, you'll be chilling. All of a sudden, the curses, here are the curses upon you. Now you lost your house. Now you lost everything. You lost your job, your house, your wife, your kids, all in one sitting. But this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So all these curses, they're gonna run you down. They're gonna surpass you. They're gonna overtake you. What did that say again? They're gonna take you by surprise. They're going to come upon you unexpectedly. And I'm going to jump down to the point. This is verse 48. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve... 64, I'm sorry. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And I'll go back and read 48 too. But this is the point. And Deuteronomy 28 and verse 64. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood, even wood and stone. So let me read that one more time. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So you be scattered from one end of the earth to the other. From one side of the earth, you mean you be scattered into all nations, everywhere, amongst the different people. Start speaking their different languages. Start marrying amongst their people. Start worshiping their gods. It even says that you worship their gods. So what would happen in that time? Hey, you would forget that you were Israelite. I'm going to jump down to verse 48. And therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Now, speaking of visionaries, what I was, kind of started off with, hey, did this not happen with Jake? Jake, you can look it up on Google. Our ancestors, that were in slavery had yokes of iron upon their necks. Do you see this happening? Did you see this happening with all the other nations? Did you see this happening with so-called Esau Edom? Now you let him tell it, he'll say he did. But we have to serve our enemies. Wherever we've been scattered to. Wherever we've been scattered, we're in somebody else's land. We're serving our enemies. Wherever we've been scattered to, that's our enemy's land. We're serving them. We're serving their gods. We have to go to them for the want of everything. Like here in Babylon the Great. We got to go to Esau Edom, the so-called white man, for everything. For your clothing, for your housing, for electricity, for air, for water, so on and so forth. For food. You can't grow your own food. Not only can you not grow it, you cannot collect your own rainwater. You don't know how to grow your own food. You don't know how to raise cattle. You don't know how to, grow food from the ground. Even if you could, all the food is tainted. The seeds are tainted. They have these GMO seeds where you got to constantly go and buy his seeds, where after a while the seeds will not produce fruit. This man that's in rulership right now is completely evil. He's completely wicked. But back to Joel, as this day is coming and the warning is going out. This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. So this day is coming. This is a terrible, terrible day. And this is an alarm that's blowing. So this is, and even though I don't feel like I sound as loud as I normally do, but normally be much louder, but everything's the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and Lord will not get better. But this is Isaiah 58 in verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. So everywhere that you see Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's men out, the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai out on the corners, wherever city they're in, wherever they are, they're going to be lifting up their voice like a trumpet. Not with a megaphone, not with a speaker, not with a microphone. They're going to be lifting up their voice like trumpets, calling out for the Israelites to repent, letting them know that what their transgressions are, letting them know that they went off and why they're in this condition. Isaiah 58 verse 1, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. So this is what we're doing. And this is that trumpet that's being blown. This is that warning that's going out. Let me see, what is that? Micah chapter 2 and verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. This place is polluted. This is not your rest. This is not our resting place, Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. There is nothing here. Consider what's going on in LA, an early screening. You know, you people that like to go to movies to get the early premiere, you know, before anybody else can see the release of the movie. Well, that's going to be happening. What's going on in LA is going to be the entire continent here. And the whole place is going to be on fire. It's going to be gone. Y'all niggas got going? Oh, that's just a boat. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So this place is polluted. All the way from the air, the ground, the water, the mindsets of the people, the philosophies here. This place is polluted on every level that you can think of. Or you might think, let me get into this industry. There's nothing wrong with this industry. Let me get into that. No, that's polluted. Everything here is polluted. The only thing that's untainted is the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Only thing that is untainted is this truth. Let's look at this. This is Psalm chapter 12 and verse 6. The words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace, purified 7 times. And that 7 just means a complete number of times. It's completely pure. There is no fault in it. There is no impurities in it. There is nothing that you could find wrong with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's word. If you find something wrong with it, it's really something with you. Back to Micah chapter 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So this place is set for destruction. And before this place is even going to be destroyed, it will destroy you if you do not depart from this place. And you're not going to physically depart from it. It starts with your mind. You're mentally departing from this place. You're departing in your spirit first, in your mind. None of this shit matters. None of this shit here. It's set to be destroyed. Why would you invest in it? This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. Again, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain, and let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath not ever been the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. So the thick clouds, the thick darkness that's going to be happening these days are coming from the ICBMs, the thermonuclear destruction. And there's these weapons have been made specifically for this time. And after they're using this time, you're never going to see them again. There's not going to be any need for them. Let me see here. This is Isaiah 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. So this is Esau Edom. Through which tries to say Teman, who is an Edomite, which is the Germans today. This is who's created the what you would have today, the nuclear weapons, the nuclear weaponry, the nuclear arsenals. Starting with Oppenheimer, who created that first, nuclear bomb. He's that smith. And the modern day smiths are the scientists. In the ancient world, you had the smiths, the blacksmiths, that made weaponry, that made different weapons. Now today you have the scientists that make different weapons. The scientists can either make, they have different things that they can make, like, diseases, different kinds of, like, white phosphorus, nuclear weapons. They have all kinds of things. Hey, this is what Esau Edom uses his technology, his his influence for. This is what he uses his power for, to create more and more weapons. This is what he uses, his power for. So again, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And that instrument is the ICBM, the thermonuclear weapon. And today, you have more. You got hypersonic missiles, MIRVs. You have all kinds of weaponry, DEWs, all kinds of things that this devil can come up with. What you have, the what's the one? The one that was causing Havana syndrome. You have microwave technology. This devil has all kinds of weapons, but at the end of all that, understand that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai gave him all this. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is getting ready to take it all back from him. He's getting ready to reduce this man back to the caveman. Joel chapter 2 and verse 3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. So, the fire before them and a fire after them. So, giving you the idea of what it looks like. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. So imagine, where I am right now. Well, actually, all of America, even though it's polluted, greatly polluted, polluted with blood, with different, this devil's cut down all the life, cut down all the trees, killed all the wildlife. It polluted different lands with radioactive materials. But even so, before these missiles hit, hey, this is like the Garden of Eden. This is a paradise, considering before what it's going to be. What it's going to be afterward is a wasteland. So, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. So, hey, even give that picture, visualize that. Before, Garden of Eden, imagine a paradise. Imagine the land that you see now. Now, if you ever, watched the Fallout series or played the games, in the Fallout series, they did a good job at that. I think it's the first episode. They show you before, when they were living there. They show you before how it was looking like a paradise. They show you after the bombs dropped, and it was a desert. That's this place. It's gonna be a paradise before. Then after the bombs drop, after that destruction, it's a desert. Nothing's gonna be here. Nothing's gonna dwell here. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. So just giving the arsenal of all them ICBMs that are going to be shooting off at the same time, it's going to be like horses. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire devoureth the stubble. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. So these are going to be loud. Comparing the noise, comparing the appearance of them to horses, comparing them to chariots. This is going to be a loud, destructive. And that's just them approaching how loud they're going to be. Verse 6, before their face the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather blackness. So before their faces, the people are going to be much pain. Why? They've been told this is coming. Why should it be a surprise to them? This is Luke chapter 17 and verse 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. So like it was in the days of Noah, Noah was out there prophesying for 100 years, prophesying what's getting ready to come. That a rain is coming. He's building an ark. People mocking him. What you talking about, Noah? What you talking about, Noah? Ain't no rain. What you building that for? What that gonna do? Water come from the ground, Noah. Not my God. But at the same time, Noah was building that ark, preaching at the same time. And he got saved, him and his family. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. So we expect the same thing in the days of the Son of Man. People mocking, people not believing, people just going on about their business. They did eat, they drank, they married wives. They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all. So what were they doing? They were going, eating, drinking, being merry. Meanwhile, all around them, violence is going on. Meanwhile, the prophet was telling them what was going on, telling them to repent, telling them that the flood was coming. The same thing in these times, telling you that the nuclear destruction is coming. Starting with the apostles and elders, their teachers on down, telling you the same thing. The message has not changed. The destruction is coming. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise also it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. So they did the same things in Lot's time. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. So, hey, somebody might think, oh, but because that happened in Noah's time, Lord ain't going to flood the earth again. Yeah, because, hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua said he wouldn't flood the earth again. Let me see here. Salakia. This is Genesis chapter 9 and verse 11. And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there be any more be a flood to destroy the earth. So we already know that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is not going to use water to destroy the earth again. He's going to use fire this time. And that fire is coming. This is what we're warning you of. And both these, water and fire, are purifying agents. So the earth is going to be purified. So again, Luke chapter 17 and verse 29, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. So hey, it destroyed 5 cities. It wasn't just Sodom and Gomorrah. It was five whole cities. That whole region right there. Hey, nothing grows there. That's where the Dead Sea is. Nothing grows right there. Nobody lives over there. That's a monument today. A monument to that wickedness. And the same thing with Babylon the Great. America is going to be a monument to what happens when you let wickedness, rule in the earth. And this is Luke chapter 21, and I'll start at verse 34. Just getting straight to the point. It says, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares." So, hey, don't let this day come. watch what you're doing in this life. You know, you could get too much into this life. You can get too much into things, you know, where you stop paying attention because you're drinking, eating, and surfing and partying, and that surfing is basically doing it to where you got a headache. That's not even a hangover. That's just like you drinking too fast. Now you got a headache. Now you're dizzy and shit. Now you're not paying attention. You're completely drunk. This is G2897 Kripale. Says properly a headache as a seizure of pain from drunkenness. So the giddiness and headache caused by drinking wine to excess. So you all, and then now you got a headache, man. I'm drunk and I got a headache. You can't do nothing. You're all stumbling, probably throwing up on yourself. So take heed to yourselves. You got to watch what you're doing. You know, you can get caught up in a lot of things in this earth. This place is it's the valley of the shadow of death. Hey, there's plenty of things to get caught up and distracted with here. And speaking to myself, you know, first and foremost, and there's a lot of distractions. There's pitfalls everywhere. There's booby traps everywhere. That's why we need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. We need Yahweh Shai. You know, we need the Spirit to light our path for us. You know, because it's already narrow. We don't want to step off the path. Luke 21 and verse 34, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. So it's going to be a surprise to you. You don't want to be like them people. You don't want to be like the people in Noah's time, the people in Lot's time, where they were just, you know, getting and partying and having a good time and being merry and jumping around and all this kind of stuff, whatever they were doing. But we can imagine because they're doing the same things in this time. This time is just a repeat. You're not trying to get caught up in that. Verse 35, for as a snare shall it come upon all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. So this is going to be a snare. This is going to catch these people off guard. That's why I say, hey, they're going to, ooh. That's why when they see the missiles coming, ooh, and their face is going to gather all blackness. Let me go back to that. And you have to visualize this because these people, they're going to be caught so off guard. You know, this is terrifying. This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 5. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. So these are going to be set up like, like you see the troops marching in. You know, you see, you can watch, you know, the old movies or military drills. How they have the troops in battle array. They're all lined up. And well, these missiles, when they're coming, and they're going to be lined up like troops because these are part of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's army. This is his arsenal. And this is what he's bringing. And it's coming upon Babylon the Great. And it's going to catch those that are unaware. It's going to catch them unaware because they're not paying attention. They're too busy worried about this life, what they're going to get. You know, and what they're going to get is a missile. That's going to be the reward of all this. It says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pain. So let me look at that. That's much pain. This is, it's like I'm going into a lot of words, but you know, sometimes, hey, it's good to know words. This is H2342 Kawal, and it says to twist, to whirl, and getting into the words helps you visualize these things. Once you understand these things, because this is like much pain. What is it? Pain. But when you get into it, it means to twist, to whirl, to writhe, to fear, to tremble, to travail, to be in anguish, to be pained. So they're going to see this coming, They're going to see these things coming in the sky from whatever direction that it comes from. You're probably going to get an alert from your phone. It's about, you know, this is you may or may not get an alert. This is the executive warning or whatever like that. You know, the presidential alert. You get alerts all the time for Amber Alerts. You get an alert from your phone. Missiles inbound. You got 15 minutes to escape. However much, if you even get a warning. If there is even a cell phone signal on that day, and anywhere you go, it's going to be too late. You know, them hypersonic missiles, you know, you talking about, what, 10,000 feet a second? You know, anywhere from their launch location in 15 minutes, you know, you got nowhere to go. You live in a major city, man, it takes you 15 minutes just to get to the highway. So before their face, the people shall be much pain. So the people's face is going to be twisted up, crying in anguish. Like the scriptures say, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. You people are going to be terrified. You people are not going to know what to do. You be trying to repent last minute, thinking that's going to do something. Before their face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march everyone on his ways. They shall not break their ranks. So describing the missiles, their formation, as well as the explosion, that wall of fire. Hey, that wall of fire is gonna go through everything. That wind, that explosive wind, that fire that follows, and that's gonna go through everything, like men of war. Like men of war that used to climb, they would have men with ladders that would come up and they would climb over the wall, or they would have even men that could climb. That were, I guess today you would call them rock climbers. They would be able to scale the side of the walls and stuff like that. Describing how these missiles, nothing is going to stand in their way. Nothing's going to stop them. Verse 8, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. So, hey, they're not gonna misfire. They're not gonna accidentally, bump into each other like you see, different pilots do. Different plane crashes and stuff like that, or different car crashes. It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna crash into each other. Hey, each missile is set for a destination. And it doesn't matter. They could try to shoot them down with their different technology. They have their missile defense technology. It's not gonna work. Nothing is gonna work. This is from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You can't do nothing against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the house. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. And like I was mentioning earlier, so I might have jumped the gun a bit on that one, but hey, the wall of fire, that destruction, it's going to go through everything. Everything's going to be knocked down. Verse 10, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. So hey, the sky is going to be blacked out. The earth is going to quake. And Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is great and very terrible. Who can abide it? So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, this is part of his army. This is what he's bringing to execute upon the earth. So this is coming to Idumea. This is coming in Esau Edom, the so-called white man, his kingdom. He's in rulership right now. Oh, man. And I didn't bring the... I gotta remember to do that. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. The earth has been given into his hands. He covered the faces of the judges. Hey, the main one being the Heavenly Father Yahweh, his son Yahushai. He made them look like leprous, white men. Made them look like Jared Leto and made them look like creepy. Made the angels look like little babies and stuff like that. Completely destroyed the images. You can even look at iconoclasm, which means a destruction of the icons. Icon meaning image, and destruction, or klasm meaning destruction. You can look at Russian icons. Hey, these are so-called dark-skinned images. Or images of dark-skinned people, representing the Israelites. This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have indignation forever. So this is the people who Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has a righteous anger towards. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has reason to be angry with you. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is a just power. Here it is, the Israelites. We went into captivity. We had to serve under you. We had to serve under many different nations. And that was for our own chastisement. And you're not going to be punished. And I'll save that one. Let me go back. There. Back to Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. So that's who they are, the border of wickedness. Wherever they go, wickedness follows. Your water source being poisoned. You discover some oil on your land. All of a sudden, you need to cut us in. Now all of a sudden you got new leaders. Now all of a sudden, your crops start dying, your diseases start falling upon you. These are these people. Wherever they go, wickedness follows. But this is them. These are the wicked. The wicked. This is who the earth has been given into the hands of. Let's see here. And also, let me read that one more time. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have indignation forever. So, they even know that they're going to go down. They know they're going down again. But what's getting ready to happen? Hey, They know they're going down, so they have things they have set up called contingency plans. They think they're gonna live forever. They think their houses are gonna continue forever. But it's not so. They think they're gonna come back and rebuild this place. They think they're gonna come up from the ashes. They're gonna rise like the phoenix. Well, guess what? The fucking phoenix is fucking fictional. The thing ain't real. You ain't coming back from this ass whooping, Esau. Let me see here. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So his soul, Esau Edom's soul, he has a crooked and perverse spirit. Let me see here. I was just reading that. Let me see here. It's Esau Edom, and Slack for all the silence. Esau Edom has a crooked and perverse spirit. He sold his birthright, for just a portion of meat. Showing you the carnal type of man that he is. This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16 in the GNT. Let no one become immoral or unspiritual like Esau, who for a single meal sold his rights as the older son. Afterward, he wanted to receive his father's blessing, but he was turned back because he could not find any way to change what he had done, even though in tears he looked for it. So this is him. This is Esau Edom. He sought carefully. He's trying to cry it out to receive that blessing. But he had already sold his birthright. He was already rejected before then. But showing you Esau Edom is crooked and perverse. Matter of fact, let's see here. Let's go to Genesis. We're talking about Esau because this is who that judgment is getting ready to come upon. This isn't happening for no reason. Let's see here. This is Genesis, and I'm gonna read this in the GNT. Genesis chapter 25, and I'll start at verse 22. Actually, 21. Genesis chapter 25 and verse 21 in the GNT. Because Rebekah had no children, Isaac prayed to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai for her, and Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai answered his prayer, and Rebekah became pregnant. She was going to have twins, and before they were born, they struggled against each other in her womb. She said, "Why should something like this happen to me?" So she went to ask Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai for an answer. Now, if you were paying attention earlier, I read in 1 Samuel chapter 9, that the people would go inquire. So they went to a prophet. Rebecca and Isaac Isaac and Rebecca went to a prophet to inquire of why this was going on. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai said to her, "Two nations are within you, and you will give birth to two rival peoples." This is interesting. I didn't know it would say that. So these are two rival groups. Now, if you imagine anywhere in the world, hey, nobody is really talked about more than black and white people. Matter of fact, even the names are rivals in themselves. Black and white. And who's taking on this term for white? Trying to be pure. Meanwhile, they're the lowest of the low on the earth. Esau, Edom. And who is labeled as black? Meaning void of light, void of understanding, dead. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, or primarily the Negroes, and from that you get the tribe of Judah. But this is who gets labeled these things. These are two rival nations. Hey, the Israelites and the nation of Edom, we do not get along together. It doesn't matter how much you try to sing and hold hands, you do not get along together. And it should tell you that we don't. You should be able to get it together to know that we don't get along from how we've been dealing with each other since we've been here. First this devil came and took over this land, kicked the Native Americans off, the so-called Northern Kingdom, Gad and Reuben. Kicked them off the land, killed them, spread diseases amongst them, gave them fire water. This devil has been nothing but evil to us. But again, Genesis chapter 25 and verse 23 in the GNT, and Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai said to her, "Two nations are within you. You will give birth to two rival peoples. One will be stronger than the other. The older will serve the younger." So one people will be stronger than the other. That's Israel. Will be stronger than Esau. We're already stronger than him. Not just physically, mentally. He put Esau, Edom, through the hell that he put through us. All this kind of shit. Hey, you wouldn't last an hour. The older will serve the younger. So, hey, that's the prophecy. That's what's going to happen. The two nations are fighting in your womb. And these two nations go back to Cain and Abel. At the time, verse 24, at the time came for her to give birth, and she had twins. The first one was reddish, and his skin was like a hairy robe. So he was named Esau. So, coming out red, he came out red all over, like a hairy garment. Meaning that the garments back then were dyed red. He came out red like that. He came out looking like a premature stillborn baby. They thought he was dead, so they called his name Esau. That means wasted. Wasted away is he. The second one was born holding on tightly to the heel of Esau. So he was named Jacob, and that means supplanter or heel holder. He came out grabbing on Esau's heel, showing you that, hey, letting you know that hey, the fight ain't over. And now we're in today, and the war is still going on. Now this is spiritual right now, but Esau Edom is getting ready to come in physical. And Esau Edom has been waging war on us. You know, like I said, the earth has been polluted on all levels. He's been trying to get at us all kinds of different ways, spreading diseases. You know, through the medical practices. You know, spreading diseases that way. You know, finding ways to spread cancer through the food, through the water, by destroying the minds of our people. Hey, this man has waged all kinds of fucking warfare. But hey, it don't matter, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is with us. So you can do whatever you want to do. But when Yahweh Shem Yahushai returns, it's over for you. This is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 26 in the GNT. The second one was born holding on tightly to Esau's heel. So he was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when they were born. The boys grew up, and Esau became a skilled hunter. He's a very knowledgeable hunter. He's a very cunning hunter. This is what he uses. This is his blessing. This is what he was born with. This is what Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave him. You know, he's very knowledgeable at hunting. You know, you learn about Esau. Who's the most, you know, the most hunters in the world? Who's constantly going around wearing, you know, all camo, you know, doing duck calls, constantly going out hunting season, running around with, you know, deer on their on the hoods of their car and all that kind of shit. This is Esau Edom. This is him showing you. Hey, the scriptures are telling you. The boys grew up, and Esau became a skilled hunter, a man who loved the outdoors, but Jacob was a quiet man who stayed at home. So, Jacob was a plain man. He liked to chill at home. Isaac preferred Esau because he enjoyed eating the animals Esau killed, but Rebekah preferred Jacob. One day, while Jacob was cooking some bean soup, Esau came in from hunting. He was hungry and said to Jacob, "I'm starving. Give me some of that red stuff." That is why he was named Esau, or named Edom, Slakia. So Jacob was cooking one day. You know, he's cooking some lentils, and it wasn't even finished cooking. But Esau, he was out hunting. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai drove away the animals. No telling what happened, but he came back in a spirit, you know, a very hungry spirit. And this is how Esau Edom is. You know, he's a very carnal. You know, he's got to please his flesh now. Verse 31, Jacob answered, "I will give it to you if you give me your rights as the firstborn." So, Jacob told Esau, "Is like, I'll give you some of these beans. I'll give you some of these lentils give me let me get your birthright. Let me get that firstborn." You know, and this is all part of prophecy too, because it said the elder shall serve the younger. So how is that going to happen if the elder still has the birthright? Verse 32, Esau said, "All right, I'm about to die. what good will my rights do me? So Esau Edom, not having any faith, being a carnal man that he is, said, what is my birthright gonna do for me if I'm about to die? Not knowing that you're the grandson of Abraham, who was gonna slay Isaac, that he knew that if Isaac is my only begotten son. If I slay him, I know that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai can raise him up from the dead. He promised my seed, my lineage would come through him. So I know, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai can raise him from the dead. Matter of fact. And that's good because I was right there too. This is Hebrews chapter 11, and I'll start at verse 17. It was faith that made Abraham offer his son Isaac as a sacrifice when the Most High put Abraham to the test. Abraham was the one whom Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai had made the promise, yet he was ready to offer his only son as a sacrifice. So, he was willing to offer his only son, Isaac, even though Abraham already had other sons at the time. Abraham had Ishmael, and he had 6 other sons by Keturah, which Isaac was the son of the promise though. Those other sons, they're just sons of the flesh. They don't really count. As for the promise. So it was faith that made Abraham offer his son Isaac as a sacrifice, and this is in the GNT. This is Hebrews 11 verse 17 in the GNT. It was faith that made Abraham offer his son Isaac as a sacrifice when the Most High put Abraham to the test. Abraham was the one to whom the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, had made the promise, yet he was ready to offer his only son as a sacrifice. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai had said to him, "It is through Isaac that you will have the descendants I promised." And you can keep reading about that. You're reading about it, which I'm reading about it right now. It says, because who came through Isaac's loins? Esau and Jacob. And who did the rulership, that promise go to? To Jacob. So it is through Isaac and the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai said to him, "It is through Isaac that you will have the descendants that I promised." Abraham reckoned that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai was able to raise Isaac from death, and so to speak, Abraham did receive Isaac back from death. So Abraham reckoned, he was already willing to give up his son Isaac, but he even thought with himself, I believe that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai can raise Isaac from the dead. So, would this not have been talked about? Would this not have been known about? Also showing you that Esau, Edom, he had no faith. He said, I'm about to die. I'm about to die, man. What am I gonna do, David? What am I gonna? You ain't know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua can raise you up from the dead? And he did do that. He did that with Yahushua. He raised Yahushua back from the dead. And if you can receive that, that's Isaac. You know. This is back to Genesis chapter 25 and verse 32. And Esau said, all right, I'm about to die. What good will my rights do me? Man, this is... Wish I had like a rubber band or something like that, man. You got enough hands. And Jacob answered, so let me read that again. Esau said, this is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 32 in the GNT, the Good News translation. And Esau said, all right, I'm about to die. What good will my rights do me? Jacob answered, first make a vow that you will give me your rights. So, Jacob knew his brother Esau. He knew he was a snake. He knew he wasn't going to keep his promise. So what do? He said, make a vow. Promise to me. Swear to me. Vow. Say that you're going to give me your rights. Make a vow to me. Vow. Promise. Let's look at that word real quick, because that's it. That's something Esau Edom really don't keep. He don't keep none of his promises. Hey, all the treaties, everything that he did with the so-called Native Americans, he broke every one of them. Over 500 of them. He broke every one of them. Let's see. This is just quick Google. This is the AI. It says the word vow comes from the Latin word votum, which means a vow, a promise, or dedication. Let me see. A solemn promise. Let's go to the Wiktionary. Let's see here. This is Wiktionary.org for vow. A solemn promise to perform some solemn act or behave in a specified manner. A declaration. Let me see here. Especially a promise to live or act in accordance. So you made a promise. Let's go here. Let's look at here. Let's look at promise real quick. It says, a promise, an oath or affirmation, a vow. If I make a promise, I will always stick to it. He broke his promise. So Esau Edom, he's a promise breaker. You're gonna find out. When I continue reading, Esau Edom, he didn't stick to his promise. This is why his spirit, his soul is crooked. His soul is not upright in him. Here. This is one here. This is number 2. Countable and common law. A transaction between two persons. And this is a transaction. Here it is. Jacob, give me your birthright. You want some food. I want the birthright. Transaction. You want this food, I want the birthright. Give the birthright, get the food. So easy. So here, I'm gonna give you the food, but you gotta promise me your birthright. You gotta promise it to me. Or you gotta vow it, make a vow. Say you're gonna give it to me. Say you swear. A transaction between two persons whereby the first person undertakes in the future to render some service or gift to the second person, or devote something valuable now and here to his use. So now, you're getting something valuable now. You're getting food now, You're filling your belly now for for the birthright, because the birthright really, that's not gonna take, that's not gonna take effect till what? Shoot, he's still waiting for the kingdom, but the kingdom is here. It's soon. We're at the end of Esau Esau Edom's kingdom. So that I might have to look more into that, but that's interesting. Let me make sure I screenshot that. Now I want to do a Lord will I can do a lesson on it, because this is a future thing. Because Esau Edom is like, what use is this birthright going to do to me now? What use is this birthright, for me now? Not considering the future, not considering that the kingdom of heaven. Now we're at the end. Now the kingdom of heaven is right around the corner. Now that's all here. In the kingdom of heaven, that's going to be forever. It's not going to be a short period of time. It's not going to be none of that. It's going to be, it's forever. It's just forever. Perpetual, the unbroken kingdom, an unbroken age. But let me go back to that. That's Malachi. This is Malachi chapter 2. And verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So his soul, Esau Edom's soul, his soul is not upright. He has a crooked and perverse spirit. The same thing today is crooked and perverse, but the just, the sons of Israel, the elect, they're going to live by their faith. There's no other way out of this. There's no, you can't get out of this by building a shelter, by going into space, by fleeing to another country. The only way out of this is faith. The only way to please Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is by having faith. And the only way by having faith is if Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai gave it to you. Matter of fact, since I just said all that, this is Hebrews 11. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. It's impossible to please Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai without faith, without believing. Because faith is believing. That's not just believing anything. It's believing in the Heavenly Father, believing in his words, believing in the men that he sent, believing his son, Yahushai. That's faith. Hebrews 11 and verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is. So he that comes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai got to believe that he is, which that's Yahweh's name. He to be, he is. And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So you have to diligently seek Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You got to seek him more than your necessary food. You got to be seeking Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai every day. Looking for him, looking for his words. Let's look here. This is let me see here. This is This is Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So you saved through the mercy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Through your faith. And the faith is not something that you can claim as your own. You can't boast in your own faith. You can't boast in any of this. Because all this is the mercy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Your faith is a gift from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And faith isn't given to everybody. You know, faith is a rare commodity. You know, faith is a very rare commodity. More rare than gold. And this is going to be proven to be more valuable than gold. This is going to be the most valuable thing, the most valuable commodity that's going to be out here. You know, unlike oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh no. Lord willing, it'll come back. But hey, unlike Esau, Edom, you know, it's not gonna, it's not like for that. Hey, Esau, Edom got no faith. You know, he don't believe. Lord willing, it'll come back. Man. Hey, in these times, we should be building up our faith, building up our what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai gave us, reinforcing it in the scriptures, you know, reinforcing it with what we see going on. You shouldn't be losing faith. You shouldn't be losing sight of what's going on. We have the kingdom of heaven. You know, everything that we lost in this earth, we're looking to receive back. You know, 100-fold, many-fold. However many-fold, because hey, when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, when He's gonna bless us, His elect, which I'm not saying I'm of the elect, but of the hopeful elect. When Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai blesses His people, hey, it's gonna be like the curses, in the sense that the curses overtook us, they pursued us, all these things. Hey, the blessings are gonna pursue us, overtake us. They're gonna be the blessings are going to be so wonderful, you know, not knowing what to expect. You know, here it is. You know, I wish I could get a new pair of shoes, something like that. I wish I could, you know, my back stop hurting. Whereas in the kingdom, you're not even going to think about stuff like that. You know, be like, what? A new planet? Oh. You know, just things like that. You know, what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is gonna bless us with in the kingdom to come. Hey, it's gonna blow our minds here, and we couldn't even possibly comprehend it here. But this is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Slaki, let me read that one more time. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. So, hey, this earth here, and this planet, this current planet we live in, hey, the treasures that they want you to store up, this money, that what comes to mind, Pablo Escobar, things like that. Hey, that man has so much money, but it was paper money. It was paper bills. He had so much money that rats were eating it up. Different things were coming in destroying the money. The same thing with these things. Everything that you can get here is corruptible. Not just the money itself corrupting. Let's say it goes digital, which the money is going to go digital. Hey, say the thing crashes. You lose everything. Everything you can lose here on this side. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. So the treasures in heaven, doing good works, repenting from your sins, storing up those good works in heaven, warning others, giving the warning, preaching this word, with 100% truth. These are good works, and you're going to be storing up treasure in heaven. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not unrighteous to forget your. Matter of fact, let me get that. This is Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. So this is a work. Yeah, it's work. It's hard work. So you have to study every day. You got to look at yourself, constantly examine yourself, fix yourself, try to do your best in these wicked, decrepit bodies. But this is a work, and this is a labor of love. You're doing this because, hey, not only do you love Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you love your people, you love this word, you love being able to do this job, because this job isn't for everybody. This job isn't just open to anybody. This isn't even. This beats, I don't know. This beats being like the president, the CEO, the top boxer, whatever the fuck. Being able to proclaim the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, this beats anything. Fuck being a musician, rapper, whatever. This beats all that shit. I don't want to be anything else than what I'm doing right now. Why? Hey, also because this is gonna have a great reward, and I believe it's gonna have a great reward. So I want to see all this through. I want to see the reward at the end of this. This is Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name. And towards his name, you have to know the names Yahweh and his son's name Yahushai. You got to know those names. It's constantly coming up. Over 6,000 times the name Yahweh appears in the Old Testament. Over 6,000 times. And there's only, 20... I want to say around 25,000 verses in the Old Testament. Something like that. I keep getting sidetracked. I don't want to. I did a lesson on it. I don't remember exactly. But I know it's around 6,000 and 5,000 verses, and there's around 25,000 verses, something like that in the scriptures. Now this is showing you do the math, you do the elimination, the process of elimination. You do the fractions. Let's see, if about a quarter of the Bible, the Old Testament, is mentioning the name Yahweh. That should tell you that's pretty important. It should tell you that's significant. So Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10 again. For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not unrighteous. He's not unrighteous like Esau Edom. He's not unrighteous like him. Because Esau Edom is very unrighteous. Hey, he would say, oh, I did all this stuff. I did this. I built this society. Look at all this stuff that I built. Meanwhile, all this stuff was built up by the hands, the blood, sweat, and tears of the Israelites. And he'll say that he did it himself. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man, who is that? The Israelites, the elect of Israel, standing up in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. So the Israelites were standing up in these last days in the faces of those that have afflicted us, primarily being Esau Edom. Esau Edom is at the top, and made no account of his labors. So this man made no account of our labors. He had us in subjection, he had us in slavery, and he mocked us every bit of the way. He kicked us when we were down. He beat us. He raped our women. He raped our children. He raped our men. This man did everything. All manner of wickedness. Made no account of our labors. No recognition, nothing like that. After we did all that stuff, they called us lazy, good for nothing, did nothing. But just showing in contrast that this man, Esau Edom, he wants to post himself that he is God, that he is a God, that he is the God. You see, he already painted himself, his images that he is. Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. So they're going to see this. They're going to be troubled. And they're already troubled. The elites are already troubled at this. And when they see our salvation, when they see us going up into them chariots, when they see the elect, I should say, going up into them chariots, and they're going to be amazed. Because they're not going to know. Because one, they're going to be terrified at the same time, and they're going to be, one hand, they're going to be terrified, and at the same time, they're going to be seeing these different men, women, children getting beamed up into the UFOs. And at the same time, missiles dropping upon them. Verse 3, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. So this is who we had in derision. This is who we hated. This is who we had a proverb. We called them crazy, called them stupid Bumalites, black Hebrew Israelites, BHIs, and a hate group and all this stuff. And here it is, they're being beamed up in the chariots, going off into space. And look at that, that's a nice looking, here it is, a missile coming. Yeah. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. So we counted his life, we thought he was crazy. We thought he was just making this stuff up. Why? Because we were making stuff up. We made up everything. We thought he was too. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and his lot among the saints? So, they were talking about the elect and that they would be beamed up and receive new bodies, and now they're being beamed up, and oh man. But anyway, I was in Hebrews. Salakia. This is Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10, because you're storing up treasure in the heavens, because you're going to need these in the time to come. It says Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10, for the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not unrighteous to forget your work and your labor of love. So, hey, unlike Esau Edom, who took no account of our labors, hey, Yahweh Shem Shai is marking everything down. He's not forgetting anything. All your labors of love, everything is marked down. Everything that you've done. It reminds me of Tobit. He was going around burying the dead bodies. You know, he would even leave a meal. Like, he wouldn't even bother eating first. Let me eat first. No, I got to go take care of this first. You know, and then that was counted as a good work to him. You know, him doing that. While it seemed like bad because he got blinded. One day he was out burying bodies and a bird, you know, went, had dropped in his eyes, and he went blind. So that seemed like a bad thing. But hey, what ended up happening from that? You have a whole book from this, a whole beautiful book. You know, you learn about Raphael, who carries the prayers of the saints. You learn that he was healed from his blindness. You know, even his son, he brought home a wife, and she was healed from a demon that was plaguing her. And then even the kingdom was prophesied about in that book. And there's so much stuff that happened in that book, but this what comes to mind, you know, that the works, all our works that we've been doing, all the generations that we've been here, are all following us. And not to forget our own works, because we don't remember, but not to give up. And Salaki for rambling, you know, this is Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. For the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance, to the hope unto the end. So hey, we hope the same thing. We minister this unto you. We want the same way that it was ministered unto me. The same way that I found out that I was an Israelite or am an Israelite and followed and went out to the camp and you know, got built up, and now I'm, you know, out here on my own. And it's a beautiful thing, you know. I don't ever want to. Anyway, Salaki. For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. So this is the Israelites. So we're ministering to the Israelites. The word is going out to the Israelites. It's only for the Israelites. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. So hey, we're trying to not be slothful. We're trying to be diligent in this thing. Constantly working, constantly storing up these treasures in heaven. This is back to Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So if your treasure's in heaven, your mind's going to be towards the heavens. If everything you want here is on the earth, your treasure is here on the earth, and it's going to be burnt up. You're going to lose everything. Well, while the mindset of the elect is, hey, we're already prepared to lose everything. This is Matthew chapter 19 and verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? So we've forsaken everything. Peter is telling Yahushua, we've forsaken everything. We've given up families, our homes, everything to follow you, Yahushua. And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me, in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So when Yahushua sits upon his throne, when he comes and conquers his kingdom, you're also going to be judging the 12 tribes. You're going to be ruling over them. You're going to be rulers in the next kingdom. And everyone that have forsaken houses or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive an hundredfold and shall inherit everlasting life. So everything that you've forsaken here on this side, that doesn't mean to up and leave your family. That doesn't mean you just leave everything behind, but hey, you're prepared to. You know, like the same thing, like this could be your test. You know, Abraham's test was, hey, kill your son Isaac. Sacrifice him to me. The same thing in this time. Now you might lose it, but hey, you're gonna get it back on the next side, 100-fold. You're gonna get way more. And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life. So you're going to receive 100-fold and inherit everlasting life. And that's not really too hard, because you already, I mean, if you don't believe, if Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua didn't give you the spirit to believe this word, because you already know everything here is going to be burnt up. That destruction is coming. That fire is coming. This place is set for destruction. Just look at how this year started out. This place is headed for destruction. Look at the behavior of all these people here. How could it not be destroyed? So, if you believe, it's not that hard to forsake this place. It's not hard to give all this up. It shouldn't be that hard to give up a woman that already had like 3 kids before you came along. It shouldn't be that hard to give up a woman that already had 100 bodies before you met her. Shouldn't be that hard, like, to give up a house that's already, it's rotting through. It's got termites in it. The floor is all rotted through. The ceiling's caving in. You know, the same thing with the rest of this place. Ain't nowhere that you can go. This land is completely polluted by blood. It needs to be burned off the face of the earth. The earth needs new management. Let me see here. Oh yeah, I was in I was still in Habakkuk. But unlike Esau, Edom, man, you storing up treasure in heaven. You believe. You see there's something good at the end of this. There's a reward at the end of this. And Esau, Edom is seeing that way too late. That's why he's been spending, his descendants have been trying to get the birthright back this entire time. And they ain't going to be able to get nothing. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So he transgresseth by wine. He through his philosophies, through the different things that he presents to you. He presents them to you like wine. Yeah, they taste good, but you get drunk, and you start to stagger. And while you're staggering, while you're trying to get yourself together, while you're in that drunken stupor, hey, he's taking advantage of you. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. And this is Jeremiah chapter 51, and I'll start at verse 7. I'll just get to the point, verse 7 in the G&T. It says Babylonia. Now this isn't ancient Babylon. This is the modern day Babylon. This is the daughter of Babylon. This is Babylon the Great. Babylonia was like a golden cup in my hand, making the whole world drunk. The nations drank its wine and went out of their minds. So the nations, they went out of their minds, drinking down the philosophies of Esau Edom that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua gave to him, drinking down this nonsense, drinking down women's rights, women's liberation, capitalism, libertarianism, whatever other isms, ABCism, LGBTQism, all that stuff. Hey, the earth is completely mad under this devil's rule. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. And who is this proud man? Who is the proud on the earth? This Esau Edom, so-called white man. You even have a term called what is it? Global arrogance, and it's referring to America. Neither keepeth at home. This man is Esau Edom's blessing that Isaac gave to him was that he would receive the fatness of the earth and that he would live by the sword. And how did he? Everywhere he goes, he's never at home. His home is in Edom, in Basra, and he is never there. That is a desert over there. He is everywhere else. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. This man is as hell. He is as deaf. He cannot be satisfied. This is This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4 in the G&T. Another horse came out, a red one. Its rider was given the power to bring war on the earth, so that people should kill each other. He was given a large sword. This is Esau Edom. His blessing is the sword. This man was he's taken peace from the earth. He is as deaf. Matter of fact, I'll jump down. This is I'm gonna jump down to verse 7. Then the Lamb broke open the fourth seal, and I heard the fourth living creature say, "Come." I looked, and there was a pale-colored horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades, which is hell, followed close behind. They were given authority over 1/4 of the earth, and this is that fourth part of the earth. The new lands, the newfound lands. This is the new world. That were given authority over 1/4 of the earth to kill by means of war, famine, disease, and wild animals. This is Esau Edom. Hey, he's as deaf. This is him. Back to Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So he gathers all nations to him. Hey, like what he's doing right now, bringing all the Elamites over, the H-1Bs. He's heaping all these people onto himself so he can have more slaves. And they're just going along with it. But hey, that's just more people for the fire. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So that thick clay, that's ibatya, that's heavy debts. So how long, hey, you've been stealing from the people, how long are you going to increase that which is not yours? You've been going into other people's lands, you're getting everybody drunk, stealing their things. You're taking things that are not yours. How long are you going to be doing this? Then woe to you, destruction to you. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. So let me read that one more time. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? So hey, suddenly, hey, people are going to rise up and you're going to be a spoil to these nations. Verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. So, hey, you spoiled many nations. You plundered, you raped, you pillaged many different people, many different nations. And guess what? They're going to get their lick back. And how is that? Through the ICBMs. Let me see here. Where was This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7 concerning Edom. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? So all your wise men, all your wise people, all that shit you were talking, that you built up these nations, that you did this and this and that. But what it looks like in the coming times, what it looks like right now, hey, especially, give me my, all right. But especially in these times now, hey, watching them fires going on over there, them fires going on in LA. I mean, y'all got no wise people, man. Learning about what happened over there in California, how they had a great big lake just in the middle of it, and y'all just drained it. And now it's pretty much a desert over there. You had a reservoir, and now it's been drained. Seeing the firefighters, y'all cut the money to the firefighters. And now you got no money, y'all got no firefighters, no water. And then seeing the firefighters try to fight fire by going up and filling little bags with water and trying to dump it on the... What happened to y'all? It's just funny to see. It's the little things, that make you kind of smile. It's the little things in life. You got to enjoy the little things. Because here it is, big bad Esau Edom. He's been the biggest shit talker in the world. Oh, we took you from the mud huts. We civilized you. We invented this. We invented aqueducts. We're the inventors of civilization, this, that, and the other. But what's going on with you? You're not looking too good right now. What's happening? Let's talk about it. Who was that one dude on Instagram? I can't remember. I don't remember his name. You always be making fun of the podcast guys. But anyway, hey, the wisdom has vanished out of this place. Y'all got no wisdom. Nothing. Hey, all them demons that you consulted, they left you. So again, Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7, concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? And Teman is the wise ones. Teman is I mentioned earlier making the nukes. The Germans, the smart ones. Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. Verse 9, if grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? So if grape gatherers came to thee, because in the law, this devil Esau Edom, he took the scriptures upon himself, but he cast them behind him. He says he's a God-fearing nation, but he casts all the scriptures, everything behind him. He took this upon himself, but he says the laws are done away with. You can do whatever you want to do, whatever. But hey, the laws, statutes, commandments, all these are in place for a reason. And this is what happens when you let the wicked rule. They don't care. Who cares? You need to let the earth rest. Who cares? Grape gatherers? Who cares? I'll take all the grapes. Meanwhile, you wouldn't take all the grapes because you would leave some for the poor. This man takes everything and leaves nothing for the poor. This man doesn't even leave anything for his own kind, for his own people. This is Jeremiah 49 and verse 9. If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? So if grape gatherers came, wouldn't they leave some grapes to glean? Some for the poor? Wouldn't they leave something? So the poor could either eat or make some money off of it? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. So if thieves came by night, wouldn't they destroy it? So wouldn't they steal and destroy whatever they're doing till they had enough? They can only carry so much. But Esau Edom, he wants all he can have and then some more. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. So Esau Edom, you can't hide yourself. You're being exposed on all levels. We know who you are, where you are, what you're gonna do. You're gonna try to hide in the dumbs, try to go out into space, try to go underwater. You're gonna try to hide yourself. You're gonna try to rebuild after this is done. We already know your game plan, man. Esau, you're made bare, you're made naked. Everything about you is made known. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So, your seed is spoiled, your brethren, your neighbors, and you're not. What's going on, man? Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. So, you're gonna leave behind your children, but you're gonna go into slavery. For thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. So, in Psalm 75, there's the cup that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has in his hands. We drank of that cup. We drank of that cup of the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's indignation. We went into captivity under the different nations. We served our captivity. And our time is over. For thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? So, we served our captivity under you. You did whatever you want to us. You had your way with us. Knowing full well that we're the Israelites. knowing full well that they were the apple of Yahweh Shem Shai's eye, and you still did whatever you wanted to us. And you think that you're going to get out of this unpunished? You think that you're not going to get any kind of punishment? You're not going to get any kind of reward for your deeds? You think you're just going to ride off into the sunset? Verse 12, for thus saith Yahweh Shem Shai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So, hey, you're not going to go unpunished. You're going to drink of this cup. You're going to drink down the dregs. You're going to drink it all up. And you're going to get it worse than what we had it. You're going to get it way worse. For I have sworn by myself, save Yahweh Shem Shai, that Basra shall become a desolation, and a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. So, hey, this place here, this place is going to be a perpetual waste. This place is going to be done for. Let me see. Verse 13, for I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh Shem Shai, that Basra shall become a desolation, a waste, a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. I have heard a rumor from Yahweh Shem Shai, an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather you together and come against her and rise up to the battle. So these different nations, World War III is getting ready to happen. But we're still waiting for it to fully pop off, but it's in the works. The MOTB, we're waiting for this. Jacob's trouble, we're waiting for these prophecies. Because these are the last things that we need to go through to get out of here. So all these nations, they're all going to rise up against Babylon the Great. Esau, Edom. Verse 15, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. So you're small, you're insignificant amongst the whole world. More and more, you're looking more and more insignificant. Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh Shem Shai. So your terribleness, you've been terrible all throughout the earth, and you've been out killing, been at war for 100 years, been conquering, undefeatable. But all that's deceived you, really, because now look at you, and you're falling. You're relying on other nations, like you've always falling, you're slipping. And you're gonna be brought down to the ground, as high up as you are. Verse 17, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Say, hey, everybody that's going to walk by it, they're going to see, which this place is going to be destroyed coast to coast. The line of confusion be spread out. Isaiah 34, Isaiah 34, Isaiah the 14th chapter, and this place is going to be done. 2 Peter chapter 3, hey, this place is done for. And they're gonna look, that looks bad. Ooh. Well, I guess the tide came in whenever I was. But anyway. And also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith Yahweh Shem Shai. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. So nobody's going to dwell here. Nobody is going to live here. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah. And going back to that again, being the theme, this place is going to burn. It's going to be on fire for generations. So This place is going to be done for, destroyed. And this place is spiritual Sodom. Matter of fact, let me close out with that. Isaiah 34 and verse 4, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, speaking of the mushroom clouds from the ICBMs. And all the hosts of heaven shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine, as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. So this sword is going to be bathed in heaven, the ICBMs, speaking of the arc in motion. Coming down upon Idumea, bringing the destruction down. I'm going to jump down to verse 8. For it is the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. So this is a day of vengeance and payback for everything that you've done to the Israelites. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. So the streams, everything is going to be turned into what it looks like now, a paradise now, is going to be a wasteland afterward. You know, the stream's going to be turned into pitch, sticky tar. The dust and the brimstone and the land thereof shall be burning pitch. So, it's going to be a wasteland when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is done with this place. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. So nobody's going to pass through this land. The smoke is going to be going up for years, generations. But the cormorant, the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. So, only unclean desert animals are going to dwell here. And the line of confusion is going to be spread out. You're not going to be able to tell coast from coast. You're not going to be able to tell that I'm in the Gulf of Mexico. You're not going to be able to tell any of that. You're not going to see the Statue of Liberty sticking up out of the sand. You're not going to see any of that garbage. You're not going to be able to tell anything of this place. All you're going to be able to tell is that was where wickedness, that was the land of wickedness. And good riddance that is gone. Matter of fact, no. This is Isaiah chapter 14, and I'll start at verse 5. Now this is when the Israelites, they're saved. They get to go back home. You know, you have other nations that are serving under them now. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 4. Matter of fact, yeah. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. So now, the curses, like in Deuteronomy 30:7, it says, these curses are going to go upon our enemies. Now these curses are going to go upon you, Esau, Edom. They're already started. So, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai hath broken the staff of the wicked, the scepter of the rulers. So he's broken your rulership. He's broken your military. He's broken everything. You got nowhere to go, nowhere to come back. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. So, hey, nobody's going to stop the Israelites when we got you in captivity. Nobody's going to say, oh no, don't do that. But, hey, you who smote the people in wrath, you who did all this in your anger, in all that stuff, you're persecuted now. And this time, you're the one being persecuted. And no one's hindering us. No one's going to stop us. The whole earth is at rest. And this was the point I wanted to get to. The whole earth is at rest and it's quiet. So the whole earth is going to be at rest when you're done away with. When you're out of power. Because you're not going to be done away with for 1,000 years after you go into slavery. So the whole earth is at rest. The earth is going to be at rest. The earth is going to be resting. And it's quiet. They break forth into singing. The earth is going to start singing. The trees, everything. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us. So even the trees are going to sing. Because, hey, you're the number one person cutting down all the trees, everything. But, hey, I'm going to end it right there. I went over my time by a lot. I didn't really mean to. But, hey, the point being at Esau, Edom, hey, your kingdom is coming to an end. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch the fall of your enemy. You know, it's beautiful to see all these things happen to these prideful, arrogant people. And may Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua bring more out upon this wicked kingdom. So I would like to give all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakakwadash. And peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Hey, Kwam Yasserala, Abad Babal. Hey, Shalom.